It is time. It is time to brew your best beer. Brought to you by Beer Greens Supply Company, BrewTubers Online Brewers Club, Brew UK, Panhead Brewery, Tanner Ritchie, Finney's Homebrew Emporium, Brig Selv, Hackney Brewery, Hashigo Sake, Mangrove Jacks, Sprig and Fern Tavern, Yakima Valley Hops.
Clements Homebrew coming at you with another 2014 SJPORR Challenge beer review. This time we've got the VI052US. This one is from Vincent. We don't know much about this beer. It's either an American wheat or American rye style. So we're gonna get this one cracked open right away. All right, you can see it's got a very light head on it. It's a golden color, just the slightest bit of haze. Otherwise, it's fairly clear. It's a pretty enough beer. I think it's right within style for color. Let's get a nose. Okay, interesting. I get a slight bit of hay grass. It almost makes me think of a saison. And I get some apple and I get some pear on it. It's ever so slightly phenolic. I'm gonna make some notes and I'll be right back. It's interesting, the beer has a great smell until you give it a swirl, and when the bubbles rise, that's when you get that slightly phenolic aroma and almost also the possible oxidation scent, which is really odd. But while it's just sitting still and then you smell it, it actually has just wonderful aromas with a nice sweet malt background. Let's get a taste. You do get this very light flavor of a malt, and it's a really nice sweetness. You do pick up a little bit of that apple and maybe just a hint of the pear. I still feel like I get the slightest taste of like a saison type flavor on there with a hint of hay grass. I mean, the yeast on this has some esters to it. It doesn't taste like a typical American yeast. So I'm wondering if a different style like a French yeast or possibly a Belgian yeast strain, something like that was used. I'm really curious, Vincent. You gotta let me know. It's a really pleasant, light body on this. The carbonation's quite light, but it's very good. I probably could use a tad more carbonation, but it's actually quite tasty. It's very refreshing. And you can even see that it's left a little bit of lacing on the glass, so quite appealing in that sense. I could see how this would be a killer easy drinker. This particular beer, if it was put on tap, I would bet this would just be a knockout beer for the summer. And if it wasn't for the bit of oxidation on it, I would just be putting really high scores on this beer. I like the style. This is a beautiful summer beer. All right, once again, this is the 052US, and this is Kevin saying I'll see you in the next 2014 SJPORR beer review. Cheers, guys.